Hello, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I need a large compass for one of the projects that I'm working on, and I thought I'd show you how I'm making this temporary one. So what I've got is a piece of wood which is 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters, and I'm going to be cutting 2 pieces off at 3 centimeters each and 1 piece at 6 centimeters. I'm just marking the center of the pieces of wood, and then I'm going to be using a size 13 drill bit to drill a hole through those. For the 6 centimeter one, I'm not actually drilling all the way through. I'm going to leave about 1 centimeter at the back. I'm using a clamp to hold my little wood piece because it's a bit close to hold under the drill press. Now one of the small pieces on the opposite side of where we've just drilled the big hole, I'm using a size 10 drill bit, and I'm going to just drill through that one as well. So I've got the 13 drill bit that's gone through there, and then I've got a 10 that's gone through the top, through both sides. Now I'm going to be using a size 5 drill bit. So I've got one that's got a hole going through the center with nothing else, and the other one's got a hole on that side and this side, and then I'm going to drill on the top of these two with a size 5, and I'm just going through to the hole, not all the way through. And for the large one, I'm using a 3.2 drill bit, and also just going through, not all the way, just through the hole. And the little block that's got the hole that's going through the center, and the 5 that we've just drilled in, I'm flipping that over. At the bottom here, I'm taking a bullet head nail, and I'm going to just drive it through there. I'm holding my bullet head nail between some pliers to give me my guide as to how far and deep I want to drive this shaft through. So just placing it onto there, I'm only going to drive it that distance through. And now I'm going to just cut the tip off and then sharpen that. So I filed it down to a blunt point. It's not very sharp, but it's sharp enough for it to go into my product. And now I'm going to take some hot glue and glue it around here just so that nail does not move. And on this piece, that's got all the holes everywhere. On the one that's got the 13 that's going through that way, where we've got the 5 that's drilled, I'm going to be using a 3 and just drilling a hole just there. So I'm only going to be going through into the center of the hole. I've got all my little pieces prepared, and now I can start assembling it. So I've got a piece of piping which is a 1 centimeter piping, and on the one side I'm putting the large piece, and then going to drive that screw in and through that pipe. And then on the other side, we're going to take the piece that we've got the nail through it and the screw at the top, and just thread that onto the center. The final piece that we're putting on, so our marker we're going to put through, and then the pipe we're going to place through as well. Where we drilled that little hole, we're just going to attach that to the pipe. And now everything's in place. To keep the marker so it doesn't slide up and down, you take I'm using M5s. Take the M5 and place it in there, and then just screw it tight. Make sure that you set your marker at what height that you need it So when you have a look at the piece here, which is our pivoting point, which can rotate and we can get the distance from whatever size we want, the height of this point must be the same height as your marker. So get back to the marker and then just tighten that so that the marker doesn't move. You can use a pencil as well. I'm just using a marker because I'm drawing on polystyrene. So my marker is quite nice and tight, it's not going anywhere. So what I'm doing is from the exact point where my texture is sitting on the block, I'm going to be marking a point so that when it comes time to measuring, I know I just have to measure from my point at the top instead of trying to measure from the bottom like that. And the same on the pivoting point, exactly in line where the nail is. I'm just going to put a mark there as well. Marking it like that just helps you out when it comes to measuring. So you're measuring from that point to the next point. So in this case, this one is 13.5 centimeters, and you just put your pivoting point wherever you need it on the pipe. The particular pipe that I've actually used is 90 centimeters long, so I can get a circle that is 180 centimeters in diameter, because that's how large this compass will expand to. So I need a circle that has got a diameter of 90 centimeters. So I'm going to be setting my little compass at 45 centimeters, which is the radius of my circle. So you're measuring from your point to your pivoting point, and then all you have to do is tighten your M5 so that the pivoting point does not move.